Take a moment to look out at your garden. Those neat rows of carrots, each one a tiny promise of what's to come. The soil is dark and rich, the air tinged with the scent of earth and green leaves. Every seed you plant is a leap of faith, a hope that with care and patience, something nourishing will grow. You see hopeful tomato plants tied carefully to their stakes, reaching upward, their stems growing stronger each day. These plants are more than just food. They're a testament to your effort and optimism, a living record of your dedication. Day after day you water, you weed, and you wage a quiet war against slugs and aphids. Sometimes it feels like you're locked in a never-ending battle, defending your crops from every pest and problem that comes your way. Each morning brings new challenges, but also new opportunities to learn and adapt. Every gardener knows this struggle, dreaming of juicy, sun-warmed tomatoes, only to find wilted leaves or underdeveloped fruit. It's easy to feel discouraged when nature seems to have other plans, and your hard work doesn't always pay off the way you hoped. The soil can feel tired, the plants look weak, and you start to wonder if there's a secret you're missing. Maybe you've tried every fertilizer, every trick in the book, but something still isn't quite right. The garden whispers its mysteries, and you're left searching for answers. Growing your own food connects you to the earth in a fundamental way, a skill our ancestors mastered long before the age of chemicals or high-tech fertilizers. They relied on intuition, observation, and a deep respect for the land. They watched the sunrise over their fields, learned to read the signs in the soil and sky, and trusted in the rhythms of nature. Their gardens flourished not because of what they added, but because of how they listened and responded to the world around them. I've spent my life learning those rhythms, not just in backyards, but in some of the wildest, most untouched places on Earth. Out there, nature reveals her secrets, if you're patient enough to notice. Nature is full of hidden power, energy flowing in the soil, in the air, in every drop of dew and every buzzing insect. You just need to know where to look and how to harness what's already there. Your small garden is its own living ecosystem, a miniature world teeming with life and potential. Beneath the surface, roots intertwine, worms aerate the soil, and unseen forces shape every leaf and stem. All of this is waiting to be unleashed. Imagine your plants not just surviving, but thriving, bursting with wild energy, growing faster and stronger than you ever thought possible. Picture a garden so vibrant, it almost seems to hum with life. What if there's a simple, almost forgotten technique that could supercharge your garden? A method that doesn't require expensive products or complicated technology, but taps into something ancient and powerful. Imagine using the planet's own natural electricity, energy that's always been there, flowing through the earth, to boost growth and keep pests at bay. This isn't just a theory, it's a practice rooted in history and rediscovered by modern gardeners. It might sound like science fiction, but it's real, grounded quite literally, in the earth beneath your feet. It's a way to work with nature's forces, not against them. This isn't about fighting nature, it's about understanding her language and working in harmony. When you do, the results can be astonishing. Forget the chemicals, the endless gadgets, and the expensive gear. Sometimes, the most powerful solutions are the simplest ones. Tools and techniques that have stood the test of time. We're going back to basics, exploring a raw, powerful force that surrounds us every day. It's time to rediscover what nature has always offered hidden in plain sight. This is about transforming your garden from a place of struggle and frustration into one of abundance and joy. Imagine harvesting baskets overflowing with produce, your plants healthier and more resilient than ever before. Are you ready to unlock a secret that could change the way you grow food forever? Let's get started. The mission begins now, with you, your garden, and the untapped power of the earth itself. The secret weapon? Electroculture. It might sound like something out of a science fiction novel, but it's actually a practice rooted in the wisdom of our ancestors. For generations, people have quietly harnessed the natural energies of the earth and sky to boost their gardens. Often, with nothing more than a simple metal rod and a bit of curiosity. Don't let the name scare you. It's simple. You don't need a degree in physics or a background in engineering. All you need is a willingness to try something new, and a desire to see your plants thrive like never before. Electroculture uses natural atmospheric energy to help your plants grow. This isn't about plugging in wires or running up your electric bill. Instead, it's about tapping into the invisible forces that surround us every day. Energy that's always there, waiting to be used. Think of it as putting an antenna in your garden, not for radio, but for the Earth's energy. Just as a radio antenna pulls signals from the air, these rods draw in subtle energies from the atmosphere and channel them into the soil, where your plants can benefit. This energy stimulates the soil and plants, giving them a jolt of life. You might notice your vegetables growing faster, your flowers blooming brighter, and your harvests becoming more abundant, all thanks to this simple, natural boost. It's a technique whispered about for centuries, now making a comeback. Gardeners and farmers are rediscovering these old secrets, blending them with modern knowledge to create gardens that are both productive and sustainable. Ancient Egyptians and 18th century European farmers experimented with metal rods in their fields and saw incredible results. These early pioneers may not have understood the science, but they observed the effects: plants that grew stronger, crops that resisted disease, and fields that seemed to flourish against the odds. They didn't know the science, but they knew it worked. Their observations and successes were passed down, forming a quiet tradition that survived through the ages. It was practical knowledge, passed down through generations, a partnership with nature. Families shared these secrets, teaching their children how to work with the land, not against it. Imagine a French abbot in the 1700s noticing plants thriving near a lightning rod, then sticking metal poles in his beds and growing giant lettuces. His curiosity led to experiments that inspired others, sparking a quiet revolution in gardening. That's the story of Abbé Nollet, an early electroculture pioneer. His work showed that sometimes, the simplest ideas can have the most profound impact. He tapped into invisible atmospheric forces for amazing results. Even today, gardeners are amazed at how much difference a simple rod can make, especially during storms or after lightning. Electroculture is a survival skill tested by time, using your wits and simple solutions. It's about making the most of what nature gives you with minimal effort and maximum reward. It doesn't need power outlets or batteries, just free, abundant energy. No complicated gadgets, no expensive equipment, just a connection to the earth and sky. It's sustainable, powerful, and anyone can try it. Whether you have a sprawling farm or a tiny backyard, electroculture can fit right in. You don't need to be a scientist, just curious and willing to experiment. Every garden is different, and part of the fun is discovering what works best in your own patch of earth. This is your chance to rediscover a powerful, ancient technique. By embracing electroculture, you're not just growing plants, you're connecting with a tradition that spans centuries and unlocking the hidden potential of your garden. If electroculture was so effective, why did it disappear? In the early 1900s, inventors like Justin Christoflo wowed crowds with giant vegetables grown using electroculture. Farmers reported huge yield increases, but as chemical fertilizers rose, electroculture faded. Why? Chemical companies built a business on products you had to buy every year. A simple, free antenna threatened that model. The knowledge was dismissed as pseudoscience, and pioneers were ignored. Today, people are rediscovering this lost science, translating old research, building antennas, and sharing results online. Nature provides its own solutions. Sometimes, all you need is a bit of wire, a piece of wood, and an open mind. This is about reclaiming lost knowledge and taking back control of your food. How does electroculture work? The Earth is a giant battery with a natural electric charge. The atmosphere above us is charged too. Energy flows between sky and ground. Electroculture uses a simple antenna to capture and concentrate this energy. Two metals, copper and zinc, create a small electrical current in moist soil, like a galvanic cell. This creates a subtle electrical field around your plant's roots. It stimulates roots and soil microbes, helping plants absorb nutrients and water more efficiently. The energy helps break down minerals, making them easier for plants to use. Copper is also a vital micronutrient and has antifungal properties. The result? Stronger, more resilient plants, better able to defend against pests and disease. Simple, elegant science. Powered by nature. Let's build a simple electroculture antenna for about $4. You'll need a wooden dowel or sturdy stick, 3 to 4 feet, 6 feet of bare copper wire, and a galvanized, zinc-coated nail. Wrap the copper wire tightly around the stick, leaving a foot free at the top. Spiral the wire down, leaving some space between wraps. Stop 6 inches from the bottom so you can push it into the ground. Shape the free top wire into a flat spiral, like a snail shell, facing the sky. Hammer the galvanized nail into the bottom of the stick. The copper coil is on top, the zinc probe on the bottom, separated by wood. That's it, your power rod is ready. Time to put your antenna to work. Place it in the center of the area you want to boost. One rod covers several square feet. Push the zinc-nailed end at least 6 to 8 inches into moist soil. The copper coil should spiral above ground, reaching for the sky. Some recommend orienting the top spiral north in the northern hemisphere to align with Earth's magnetic field. Once it's in, you're done. No maintenance, no batteries. Let nature do the rest. The galvanic action starts immediately, creating a subtle electrical field. Now watch and wait. Your garden is officially supercharged. What happens next? Gardeners report dramatic increases in plant size and growth rate. Bigger, greener leaves, thicker stems, and more fruit. Some see zucchinis twice the normal size, tomatoes climbing higher, and more abundant harvests. Many also notice fewer pests. Plants become more resilient, and the electrical field may deter slugs and other critters. The quality of your harvest improves too. Sweeter tomatoes, crisper lettuce, more aromatic herbs. Healthier plants access more nutrients, producing better tasting, more nutrient-dense food. Results vary. Some see changes in weeks, others in a month or two. Be patient and observant. Take before photos, measure your plants, keep a journal. The evidence will be right in front of you. This isn't magic. It's giving nature the tools to do incredible things. Not everyone is convinced. Mainstream scientists say there's no modern proof electroculture works, just anecdotes. They want controlled experiments and repeatable data. But a global community of gardeners is trying it for themselves, posting photos of giant cabbages and pest-free kale. For them, the proof is in the harvest. They argue that science doesn't know everything, and direct experience matters. So who's right? You decide. Test it yourself. Be your own scientist. The risk is low. The potential reward is huge. Don't let the debate stop you. Let it inspire you to find your own answer. In the end, your garden is your territory, a living canvas where you can experiment, learn, and connect with nature's forces in your own unique way. Every patch of soil, every seed you plant, is an opportunity to discover something new about the world and about yourself. There's no single right way to garden, only the way that works for you, your space, and your dreams. Electroculture isn't magic. It's an invitation to explore and rediscover lost wisdom, to blend ancient techniques with modern curiosity. It's about asking questions, seeking answers, and not being afraid to try something unconventional. Build an antenna in 30 minutes, put it in your garden, and compare results. Watch how your plants respond, and let your observations guide your next steps. You don't need fancy equipment or a science degree, just a willingness to try. Test, observe, adapt. Be a pioneer in your own backyard. Keep a journal. Take photos, and share your findings with others. Your experiences could inspire someone else to start their own journey. Whether it works spectacularly or not, you'll learn something and engage with your environment on a deeper level. Every experiment, even the ones that don't go as planned, brings you closer to understanding the rhythms of your garden. In a world of complex, expensive solutions, there's power in a $4 hack that uses free energy from the sky. Sometimes the simplest ideas can have the biggest impact, especially when you approach them with an open mind. Nature is abundant. Sometimes the oldest secrets are the most potent. By tapping into these forgotten methods, you're not just growing food, you're reviving a legacy of innovation and resilience. So get out there, build your antenna, and see what happens. Your garden is waiting for your curiosity and your courage. Each day is a new chance to observe, to experiment, and to grow alongside your plants. The energy is all around you, flowing through the air, the soil, and the living things that call your garden home. Are you ready to tap into it? The adventure is yours, and the possibilities are endless when you approach your garden with wonder and determination. Be bold, be curious, and prepare to be amazed by the power of your own piece of the earth. Good luck, and happy gardening.